Alright guys, here we are once again. I'm going to show you the new developments in this project. Well, as you can see, it looks a little bit different. Got a front end on there now, just mocking it up, but that's a 1940 Dodge car front end. I've had that a couple of years. I modified it to fit on a 50 Ford pickup. Had it on there, never finished that because I put that project aside so I could work on this, and I've never got back to it. Right there it sits. There's actually two Ford cabs in there, a 1950 and a 1951, all cut up. I was in the process of making a four-door pickup rat rod there, but got this here 59 home, so I had to put that aside, and I've never got back to it. So I had this front end laying around. I decided, hey, why not try it on here and see what she looks like. And this is what she looks like. That fender right there, I actually done what they call sectioning. I sectioned it 3 inches. So it's, let me see here. Actually, where the line runs down the middle there, there were 2 lines there. I actually took 1.5 inches out of there, welded it back together, and then down at the bottom, I cut 1.5 inches out of the bottom, and I raised the bottom 1.5 inches. And that was for the Ford truck, and it fit just like this on the Ford truck. Now I just put this on here without doing very much modification at all, and you can see it comes down to the bottom of the body. The only thing I had to do to different here is right here. I had to cut that shape. On the Ford it was like about right here and curved down, so I just went in about 2 inches and cut out to get that shape. And as you can see, I've done a little experiment in here getting ready to do the chop. Now what I usually do is I chop the doors first. That way I can see if I like the angle, if I can set the piece back on there. See if I like it, if I feel I need to go a little deeper with it. And this is where we're at right now. So this is all I've done as far as the chop goes, but this is just an experiment to see if I like it. Yeah, so far I like it. I'm just debating. The back so far I've chopped 3 inches out of that. The front I've chopped 4 inches out of it. I'm deciding if I should go an extra inch either way, or if maybe I should go an extra inch in the front and leave the back alone, and that would give it a little more of an angle, or if I should just leave it where it's at. So I'm not sure. I haven't decided on that. When we get back here, then you can see what it looks like. It gives you a little bit of an idea. See, the thing is, you know, sometimes if you take too much out, it takes away from the look. And sometimes just a little bit more adds to the look. We're kind of like on a teeter-totter here. I'm not sure which way to go. You know, as a rat rodder, I want to go extreme, but as a guy that may someday get to drive this thing, it might be better if I just leave it right there where it's at. Oh, and here, that's a 1940 Dodge car rear fender that came with that front end, which I'm thinking about maybe using on this truck. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I like it. I'm thinking about putting instead of doing that, I'm thinking about putting like a 4-foot bed on here, because I have a step-side bed. And I'm thinking about cutting it in half and using about 4 feet of it. Actually about 40 inches. And so that's like 3.5 feet. That's what I'm thinking about going with. And maybe use a Model A, 1930-31 Model A rear fender, and maybe widen it. That's what I'm thinking. So anyways, you can see the difference right there. You know, and from the inside there, you can see the difference with the top chop, so you can kind of get a feel for it. And we get the front end on here. Show you the grill. Actually, the top piece of the grill's in, the bottom piece is out, but it's exactly the same as the top piece. And then I have the headlight bezels that have the turn signals in them, you know. And when I had this on the 40 or on the 50 Ford, I actually had a hood that I made for it too, but it won't fit this because this cab here narrows a little narrower in the front. It tapers in, so the hood is too wide. So I'm gonna have, if I use this front end, I'm gonna have to make my own hood again for this truck, which is not a problem, and I'm probably gonna do it. It's more work, but you know, hey, I think it'll be pretty damn cool. And as far as this fender, this one here, I said I sectioned 3 inches out of it. The other front fender for the other side I haven't touched yet, so it's still the stock size. So I've got to basically do the same thing to it, section it 3 inches out of it to get it to match. So if I use this front end, it's going to be a lot of work because I got to make the hood, I got to customize the other front fender to match this one. And you see all those spots right there and down there and right there, they got to go. That's Bondo. There's some light denting in there, and somebody's just spread Bondo over it, and that's got to go if I use these fenders, because this truck has no Bondo on it, and when I get done there ain't going to be any Bondo on it. So if I use them, I got to grind all that out. And all that blue paint on there, I painted that a couple years back. I've got to grind all that off because it's going to be down to bare metal, so it can rust just like the rest of the truck. You know, everything's got to match. So that's where we're at. You have to decide for yourself whether you think you like it, or should I maybe go another inch. I don't know. I got in it with the seat and I sat in there, and you have a pretty decent view out of it with the way it is. I mean, an inch, how much difference is an inch going to make? I don't know. But anyways, that's what we got. That's where we're at. Hope you like it. She's taking shape. By the way, there's the old hood that I made for the Ford, to give you an idea. But that's not going to work on here. Got to make another one from scratch. That there, I made that from sheet metal from Lowe's, some square tubing, some round tubing, some 1/4 inch steel rod, bent it, shaped it, welded it all together. Pretty darn sturdy, but won't fit this. So anyways, just thought I'd show it, share it with you, show you where I'm at, see what you think. You know, I think she's got a lot of potential to be a very cool old hot rod, but we'll see what happens. All right, take care, guys. See you next time.